If I just throw a jacket on, it counts as an outfit change, right? Hello everyone, my name is Ebony and welcome back to my channel.
Think I know you better to forget her. Certain people made for running. Think I need you more than let you know I'm bored and tell me this means more than nothing.
So today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I've never seen anybody do a video like this. I don't know if a thing like this exists. I just wanted to talk about it. It just like is in my mind all the time and I just want to talk about it. I want to know if other people notice this as much as I do. So I'm going to be discussing books that have the same title as a song. And then because of that, I always get that song stuck in my head every time I think about that certain book. So I have like a little sticky note of like a list I made of books that I can think of that have a song title. I'm sure there are more, but I would love to know like if there's any that you guys can think of. But so for the purpose of this video, I am probably going to give a brief synopsis of these books just because this video would be like 3 minutes long if I just listed them. And I will let you know like who the artist is that performs the song as well. And I will have a playlist of all the songs that I talked about in this video down below if you want to check them out. I mean, like if you're like, I've never heard of that song, if you wanted to check out the song, there you go. So I will also say the book title and author before the song's artist. They're the same title, so it makes it confusing. I did not plan this well. The first on my list is Evermore by Alison Noel. So this is the first book in the Immortals series by Alison Noel. I believe there are 6 books, and I have read them all. The fantasy series that follows a character named Ever, whose parents and sister and dog all die in a car accident, and she's the only survivor, and so she has to move in with her aunt and go to a new school. And she also has discovered that she now has this power that she developed right after the accident, that she can read people's thoughts. And so because of that, she sort of is like distant. She always like has her headphones going because she doesn't want to hear other people's thoughts all the time. But then a boy comes in. He is an immortal, and there's like a lot of lore behind like how he became an immortal and all that stuff that I'm not going to get into, but of course he changes her life. Then Ever gets sucked into the whole like fantastical, immortal, supernatural sort of storyline there. So that's the book Evermore by Alison Noel. Now there is also a song and whole album called Evermore by Taylor Swift. Evermore is Taylor Swift's 9th studio album. It just came out in December. Of course, the album's called Evermore, like the book, and there is also a track as well called Evermore featuring Bon Iver. It's so beautiful. And so every single time I think about Evermore by Alison Noel, my mind goes like I said, I did not plan this well because I don't know what I'm doing. The next book I have on this list is TheOne by Kiera Cass. And so this is the 3rd book in the Selection series. I actually just read it in February, which you can check out my February wrap-up if you wanted to hear my brief thoughts on it. But basically, because it's the 3rd book, I'm going to give you the synopsis for the 1st book just to avoid spoilers. But the Selection series, if you don't know, takes place in a dystopian USA where they are now ruled by a monarchy, and when the prince is ready to get married, they have this thing called the selection, which is sort of like The Bachelor. So then 35 girls from around the country are chosen to be part of the selection, and then the prince narrows it down to find his bride. And so the main character is one of the girls who are chosen for the selection. Now, the 3rd book, like I said, is called TheOne, and there is a song also by Taylor Swift called TheOne. It's the first track on her pretty recent album Folklore. Every single time I opened up my audiobook app to listen to TheOne, I always heard in my brain the song. So that was fun. Okay, getting away from Taylor Swift, next I have This Is Where It Ends by Muisc Nijkamp. I have no idea how to say her name. I am so sorry. This is another book that I read in February, so again, you can check out my thoughts. So this book follows a large set of characters during a school shooting. And this book actually takes place within 54 minutes, which I think is really cool because like it'd be hard to write a book that takes place in such a short amount of time. And like I said, it follows a large cast of characters and all of their different perspectives. And so this book title is the same as a song by Black Veil Brides, which is sort of a rock band. They started out as being a Kiss and Motley Crue tribute band. but now they kind of just do their own rock thing. I used to be a huge Black Veil Brides fan. I mean, I still love their music, like I'll still listen to it. And I do have lots of Black Veil Brides merch. I wear my Black Veil Brides sweatshirt from time to time on my channel, so you might have seen that. This song is from their 5th album, I believe. And I'll link it down below so you can check it out because it's a pretty good song. Okay, next I have the book that started it all. This is the book, the very first book that I realized had the book title the same that was the song title, and this is the book that made me start to think about it in this way. And I'm sure many people have thought of this one before as well. That book is Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. Of course, we all know the song Since You've Been Gone by Kelly Clarkson. Every single time I look at this book on my shelf, boom, it's in my head. So I haven't read this one yet, but from what I know of it, it's a summery contemporary that follows a girl named Emily whose best friend Sloane leaves for the summer, but she leaves Emily a to-do list of things that she has to do to sort of like get her out of her shell a little bit while over the summer. Next on here is Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. This book is a novel written in verse about the main character Will, whose brother has just been shot and killed. And so the book takes place within like the 60 seconds it takes him to go down the elevator. And as he's going down the elevator, he's deciding whether or not to kill the person he thinks killed his brother. And as he's going down the elevator, these like ghosts from his past come in and it like sort of help him make his decision. I read this book in December, I believe, during a reading vlog. If you want to check out the reading vlog, you can, to hear my thoughts as I was reading it. This one was really good. And it has the same title as the song Long Way Down by Tom Odell. And I only know this song because it's on the Fault in Our Stars soundtrack, which, it's cringy, but I own the Fault in Our Stars soundtrack. And so, like, the music on that soundtrack is really, like, ingrained in my brain because I listened to it a lot in, like, 2012 or whenever that book came out. Every single time I look at this book, it's playing in my head. And the last book I have on here is Never Enough by Denise Jayden. From what I know about this book, I haven't read it yet. It's on my spring TBR, which you can check out up above. It follows a girl named Luann who always wanted to be popular and pretty, just like her sister Claire. And when she gets into Claire's world, she starts to realize that her perfection comes at a price. From what I know about this book, it has eating disorder representation, which is the reason why I bought it and that I want to read it, because I have a weird obsession with eating disorders. So I'm really excited to read it. But this book, Never Enough, has the same title as the song Never Enough from The Greatest Showman. And coincidentally, that's my favorite song from The Greatest Showman, and so, like, I just jam out every single time I think about this book. I'm just jamming in my head to my favorite song from The Greatest Showman. Okay, so that's it for my list of books with the same title as a song. And like I said, you can check out the playlist down below of all the songs that I talked about in this video, in case you want to listen to a specific one. And if you have any more that you would fit this list, I am all ears. I would love to know, because this is something that just like is ingrained in my brain. I just think about this a lot, the fact that some books have the same title as a song. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure you're subscribed down below so you don't miss any future videos from me. And if you want to follow me on social media, all my links are in the description box down below as always. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!